Hey Scrap Bosses, I'm back with another fun process video. Today I'm making a 12 by 12 layout featuring multiple photos. In fact, there's 4 photos. This first one is a 4 by 6 that I kind of trimmed down a little bit smaller than 4 by 6. This next set are 3 by 3 photos that I went ahead and put together in a row, sort of create a photo strip, and you're going to see how I position those here in a second. I'm using the Felicity Jane Shade Kit, and I posted a link in the description box. Initially, I thought I was going to do a tone-on-tone background. You can see that pink pattern paper with a starburst, as well as the tone-on-tone pink stripe pattern paper and a little bit of yellow to break it up. But I'm going to switch that up here in just a few. I'm showing you some of the elements that come with the Shade Kit, some die cuts, 3x4 pocket cards, as well as some washi tape. Every Felicity Jane kit comes with a stamp set. Also have some puffy phrases, some chipboard alphabets, and some chipboard arrows. Here's the remaining of that pattern paper, or the pattern papers that come with the kit. And I've also gotten to the habit of pre-writing my journaling so that it's all ready to go when I'm putting a layout together. Now what I did was I flipped over that pattern paper that had the pink stars over to the B side, and I noticed that it had its black and white pattern. And when I started positioning the other pieces of my background together, I thought, you know what, this looks really good. I love the look of the black, the pink, and the yellow together, so I'm going to go ahead and go with that. The other side of the paper was a bit too much pink. Now, I like using pink on my daughter's layouts because it's her favorite color, and so that's sort of paying homage to her preferences. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get the middle piece of pattern paper that's going to be the middle section of my layout prepared with these yellow strips of pattern paper, again, all from the Shade Kit from Felicity Jane. Add a little bit of double-sided tape, and then, of course, added the strips. Now I'm going to add adhesive to the entire portion of that piece. It's going to go right there in the middle. And I think that black and white sort of calms the layout down just a tiny bit. Once I have that adhered, I'm going to go ahead and position my photos. So the top photo is a 4 by 6, or it's trimmed a little bit less than 4 by 6. And then, of course, the bottom photos are 3 by 3. Now, these photos are of my daughter, and she's working on a homeschool art project. We're studying fashion right now. So she's creating a 5-piece line for her Barbie doll. So she's making Barbie clothes, and she's learning the process from sketching out a design to picking out fabric. In fact, I have a photo there at the bottom of her picking out fabric at our local Joann's, and she's going through the entire process. It's also incorporating a little bit of science and a little bit of math in this, and she's absolutely enjoying it. This is right up her alley. I decided that I'm going to create some clusters, so I'm going to pay attention there to the top hand side. I have this little frame that came with a die cut pack for this kit, and I'm going to back the frame with some pattern paper, some black and white striped pattern paper that came with the kit, and I thought that would be perfect, adding another black and white element. And it serves as a nice anchor for those die-cut flowers, and then that label that says today, and I'm going to extend that out and use that as a part of my title. Next, I'm going to add some fun foam to the back of my photo. I'm just trimming that down to the size of my photo. I'm adding some double-sided tape because I feel that that works a lot better than just the regular roll adhesive. I'm going to add that to the back of the photo just to give that enough height on the layout. I'm going to add some more double-sided tape to that and get that adhered to the layout. Now at the bottom right-hand side of the layout, I'm also creating another floral cluster using a die-cut label as well as some die-cut flowers. I'm going to pop up some of this with some more foam. Before I do that, I want to go ahead and adhere the photos there at the bottom. And those are just 3 more photos of my daughter working on her project. The first one is us at Joann's, and she's looking through all the discounted fabrics. And then the next one is her working on her vision board for her fashion. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add some foam adhesive to these elements just to give it a little bit of pop there on the layout. I'm going to tuck that one right underneath the one that I popped up on a little bit of foam. And then at the top portion, I'm going to go ahead and adhere the pattern paper to the frame. I love using frames on my layouts, and if I can back them with anything, all the better. And the reason why I decided to back it with the pattern paper is I didn't want that top layered cluster to get lost, since there's a lot of pink, and of course there's pink in the stripe paper as well. So I wanted sort of a break in that pink, a point of delineation, and I think that black and white stripe pattern paper works very well. I'm going to pop up this label that says today with some fun foam. I'm going to leave a little bit of space there so that I can tuck in that floral cluster. A lot of times I'll put foam on something and I want to tuck something behind it and I forget to leave some space. So there we go. I'm going to stick that right there and that fits nicely. Adding some more foam to that, a little bit more adhesive, and I'm going to tuck that there at the top. And we are good to go. So that today is going to be a part of my title, and as I'm kind of figuring out which font I want to use, I definitely want to use the font that comes in the kit, but I also want to break it up with a little bit more black. I'm going to pay attention again to that lower cluster. I'm going to add a puppy sticker that says moments. And here I go with the title. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all ready. And what I try to do is spell the word backwards, so I make sure that I have enough space. Now I want the title to read, Today, Let's Create. And I'm laying down these chipboard stickers, which, by the way, the adhesive on these are strong. So if you're not sure what your title is, then hold off on trying to put those on your page, because I've gotten many of those stuck down on a page and it just doesn't work. I'll pill up the background and it's just a horrible hot mess. So I grabbed another Felicity Jane font sticker. It didn't work. I wanted something smaller. So I decided to go with a different font sticker by Basic Gray. And I went ahead and spelled out let's, and of course the word create. I also trimmed and adhered my journaling strips. I'm not quite sure where that footage ran off to, but as you can see, my journaling fits nicely between the top photo and the bottom photos. I'm also adding a tab that comes with the die cuts. And to that tab, I'm adding a little bit of foam adhesive, some tiny foam adhesive from Stampin' Up. I think it's like 1/8 of an inch. I also added another floral. So as you can see, I have that rule of threes, that visual triangle going from the top of the layout into both sides. Now I'm going to look at the washi tape. I felt that there was something needed at the bottom of the layout. So I'm going to grab this little swirly designed washi tape. I'm going to put that there at the bottom, and I think that adds a nice little anchor as well as another pop of black. Now, I want to add the date, but sometimes when I add the date to the layout, I don't like the way that it looks. So when I can't figure out where I want to put the date, then I'll flip the layout over and I'll put the date on the back of the layout, and then I'll also put, say if the layout's about my daughter, I'll put her age, or my age if the layout's about me. Okay, so we are done with this layout, a 12 by 12 multi-photo beautiful single page layout. I love the colors. I'm so glad I made the decision to use the B side of that pattern paper, because I think using the other side that was pink was going to be a little bit too much pink. I love the clusters. This is very light layout, and of course the photos just really shine through. To see stills of this layout, make sure you head on over to the Victoria Marie blog. And by the way, if you are not a Victoria Marie Scrap Boss patron, what are you waiting on? If you want exclusive content that you can only find as a patron, make sure you check it out. I appreciate your support. The link is posted in the description box below. And don't forget to subscribe. And when you do subscribe to this channel, click that bell. That way you'll be notified each and every time a new video is loaded to this channel.